I mean, Kamala Harris, you know, so I was, like I said, I was sad. I've been mad for weeks, but I shook it off. Because we got to shake it off, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got one job to do. We have got to beat Donald Trump and elect the first woman president of the United States. Under no circumstance can we allow the historical opportunity to slip through our fingers again. Today, I'm elated.
Joe Biden has officially dropped out of the presidential race. Whether or not that was forced on him, we don't really know. As of recording this video, Joe Biden still hasn't even spoken since dropping out of the race. We don't even know if he's alive. But Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, and the rest of the View are absolutely reeling after Joe Biden dropped out, after they've been shilling for Biden for the longest time, bringing people on their show, trying their best to force them into endorsing Joe Biden, and obviously running cover for Joe Biden as well. Whoopi Goldberg's legendary statement saying that she has poopy days too, in defense of Joe Biden, pooping himself on stage on national television. All these things have transpired. They've said some wild things. This video is one of the most wild things that I've seen yet, of them coping about Kamala Harris. And Republicans apparently are in panic mode over future presidential nominee Kamala Harris. The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Let's check this out here from Whoopi Goldberg and The View.
So the president has endorsed Vice President Harris to take over the nomination, and she's already raised about 50 million bucks since yesterday, you know. And I anticipate that every Democrat who was kvetching is going to stand behind her. I am trusting that we're not going to have a problem here, because this is what everybody said they wanted to happen. Mr. Manchin, don't even think about it.
Sit down. Take a seat.
Sit down. We don't want you.
No.
We don't want you. We saw what you did.
Yeah.
Go on and stay wherever you are. You are not... Look, I should not... I started to speak as if I was a speaking head for the Democrats. I'm a speaking head for Whoopi. Sit down.
No, you are a speaking head, a really stupid speaking head for the Democrats, and paid for. It's very, very obvious in my opinion. I don't know why the hell they would pay for someone like Whoopi, because who takes Whoopi Goldberg seriously? I don't know. But she's very obviously a speaking head for the Democrats. Like, come on.
Yeah. No, to your point, Whoopi, I think, you know, at this point, as of Sunday at 10 p.m., the vice president had 531 delegates already endorsing her. She needs 1986 to secure the nomination. So I think the only question is when, not if it's going to happen. Something that was very interesting in terms of the energy that you were mentioning, I was on a call last night with approximately 70,000 ultimately Black women. It's called Win With...
I want to make so many jokes right now, but I'm not allowed to. That just, yeah, we'll just move on.
Black women. And it was just about the agenda, circling the wagons, getting behind the nominee. And Star Jones is actually the fundraising campaign chair. She asked everybody on the call.
Both of you guys
we were both on the call.
Right.
She said she wanted $1 million in 100 days. We raised $1.5 million in 2 hours. There. Please do not underestimate the power of Black women in this.
Or just women, period.
Women, period. But black women in particular.
But Black women are particularly more powerful than other colors of women. Like, come on, Whoopi. Like, these people make me so mad. I'm trying to stay lighthearted. They make me so mad.
Both of you guys
we were both on the call. So the energy is there. Please do not underestimate the power of Black women in this.
Or just women, period.
Women, period. But black women in particular tend to be the backbone of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, but you know what?
Because 53% of white women did vote for Trump. And so I hope, though, that those women will now look at their reproductive health rights.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
I hope they start looking at their right to vote. I hope they start looking at this ticket. I think the only question is, who does she choose as a vice president, quite frankly?
She can choose Cha-Cha, and I'm still going to vote for her.
Yeah.
We know. None of these people care about anything about, in the United States at all. They don't care that Donald Trump has himself said, I don't want to push this abortion ban any further. I don't want abortion to be federally banned. I just wanted to leave it up to the states. They don't care about that. They only care that Donald Trump loses because they're paid in order to make Donald Trump lose. And, They literally, like people like Destiny, the woke streamer, has said, I would vote for Joe Biden in an urn over Donald Trump. All these people would vote the same way. They literally don't care who it is running for the Democrats. They're going to donate. They're going to push everyone else to donate and endorse that person. And they're going to vote for that person and try their best to make them win. Because in my opinion, that's what they're paid to do.
I mean, Kamala Harris, so I was, like I said, I was sad. I've been mad for weeks, but I shook it off. Because we got to shake it off, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got one job to do. We have got to beat Donald Trump and elect the first woman president of the United States. Under no circumstance can we allow the historical opportunity to slip through our fingers again. Today, I'm elated, I'm excited, I'm optimistic, I'm ready to go to work. And for all of those people asking, is this country ready for a woman president? Is this country ready for a black woman president? Well, you better get ready, because Madame Vice President is...
I'm not ready, guys. If it happens, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might not be able to make YouTube videos anymore, because I would just get so angry on a daily basis. I don't know what I would do. I might have to just move away. I couldn't handle it. If Kamala Harris becomes the president of the United States, I cannot deal with it. I can't. It's gonna break my brain.
Coming your way.
So she was the right pick. And here's why. She's vetted on a national stage. They have a 3-month runway to introduce. People know her, but to really introduce her as the presidential candidate. The cons are known. We know what the playbook from Trump is. She was the border czar, and border security is a major issue. She called for giving money to release protesters in the summer of 2020. So frame her as sort of law enforcement candidate. But she flips the narrative on age. She's now the younger candidate. I have been saying that this election could be determined by first-time voters or second-time voters who have been really kind of not energized in this race. She's going to lean into celebrity endorsements. I would be stunned if you don't see Taylor Swift, Beyonce come out for her.
I think Beyonce already endorsed her.
Oh, did she publicly? I didn't see that. Yeah. But she is going to have so much momentum and enthusiasm, and I actually think the short runway favors her. But mark my words, and listen, there are genuine vulnerabilities. She's too left for me, and I want to see a moderate vice president. I think that will help with independence and moderate.
She's more moderate than you
president.
think.
You mean moderate president?
Well,
she's going to be
her vice president.
Oh, her. Gotcha.
She's actually more moderate than you think. One thing that I noticed about Kamala is that she is a former prosecutor. So now you have a former prosecutor versus a convicted felon. That's something that I like. I like that.
Mark my words.
She is tough on crime. She's a law enforcement.
Let her finish.
And Sonny Hostin said in the last episode that we did on The Viewer, one of the last ones, you can't be a former prosecutor and be too liberal. And I was like, why would that be, Sonny? Are you trying to say that only people who are leaning right can be prosecutors? Only people who are leaning right actually follow the law and can enforce the law? That's what we've been saying. Thank you so much, Sonny.
The Trump campaign is going to overplay its hand. They're going to lean too hard into sexist, misogynistic attacks and too hard on race. And it's going to make independent...
If Trump, I just rewinded again, but if Trump and his campaign does lean into sexist and misogynistic attacks, you could count the W for him already, because that would be absolutely hilarious. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about The View having a meltdown about Kamala Harris being the VP, trying their best to make it seem like Kamala has an actual chance. The only chance that Kamala has is if there is something nefarious that goes on within this next election. If there's no foul play, if everything is fair, Trump was going to beat Biden and Trump is going to beat Kamala Harris, but we'll see. I'm hoping that there's nothing nefarious that happens. In my opinion, for this next election, it's either Trump wins or the elections are unfair. And maybe that's me being brainwashed. Maybe that's me being too far into the conspiracy theory stuff. Maybe, but that's how I'm viewing this next election. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this whole The View having a meltdown about Kamala Harris and her support situation.